Did you know that the average dorm room size is about 12 feet by 19 feet, or about 114 square feet? Keep in mind this amount of space is for two people. This doesn't leave much space for seating or storage capabilities. But I have the perfect solution for both of these in the form of the milk crate stool. I like to sit, I have a lot of stuff, and comfort and organization are very important to me. So when I saw the idea for the milk crate stool, I knew I had to have one. The majority of us will be going to college in the next year, so this puts you in the same predicament as me. So today I will demonstrate how to make a milk crate stool that will provide storage capabilities and a comfortable seat.
The first step of creating the seat is to purchase the necessary supplies. You have to buy a sturdy plastic milk crate, a piece of 1/2-inch plywood, foam cushion material, craft glue, and a fabric of your choice to cover the cushion. Also, you'll need the following tools to assemble the seat: a tape measure, a saw to cut the plywood, a knife or a pair of scissors to cut the foam, and a staple gun with staples. The next step is to find the dimensions of the crate for the plywood. This plywood will be used for the base for our cushion. Inside the milk crate, you will find a lip that will hold the seat in place. Carefully measure the opening from lip to lip. After you have the dimensions, it is now time to cut the plywood. The first step of this process is to mark the plywood with the necessary dimensions. After this is done, using the proper safety measures, use the saw to cut the plywood. Now we are ready to prepare the padding. You will need to mark your cuts again as you did for the plywood. The foam should have the same dimensions as the plywood. This will allow the cushion to cover the board completely and still fit into the crate. After the foam has been marked, carefully use the serrated knife or scissors to cut the foam to size. Next, you will glue the cushion to the board to hold it in place. After the padding has been glued, you will need to measure and attach the fabric. To start this process, lay the fabric out print side down on a flat surface. Place the board cushion side down onto the material. You'll need enough fabric to pull up and around the edges of the board so that it can be stapled into place. I recommend having at least a 1-inch border on the finished product to allow for a strong hold. While the fabric is pulled up and around the board, you will want to begin to staple the material to the plywood. The first staple should not be on a corner, rather in the center of an edge, and you will want to apply several more staples to this side. After this edge is done, you want to go on to the opposite edge, pulling the material taut, and repeat this process. Continue the process on the other two sides until the fabric is secured. On each of the corners, gather and slightly fold the material over before stapling. After the fabric is fastened on all sides, trim the excess fabric to a border of about 1 inch. As I stated before, this will ensure a strong hold so the seat will last longer. The final step is to place your completed cushion into your crate. Now you have your completed milk crate stool.
Today I demonstrated how to make a useful college dorm room accessory in the form of a milk crate stool. I showed you the steps including measuring and cutting the plywood, preparing and attaching the padding, and fastening your decorative fabric to the seat. Now that you have your milk crate stool, you'll be able to sit back and relax in style, even in your crowded college dorm room.